How's it going, guys? My name is Jerry with Aesthetic Auto Detailing, and today in this video we're going to talk about how these clients were trying to lowball me and I stuck to my prices, and this is how it worked out.
All right, Jerry, so how'd you get this customer?
So this customer, they found me on Google.
Google.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure they read your reviews, they got a good vibe from you.
Yeah.
When they hit you up, what do they ask for? Do you remember?
Usually clients, I really don't know a lot about, they're not like informed on detailing. They just say, I want a detail. And it's like, okay, well, what kind do you want? You know, so I have to go through the whole process of explaining everything. Okay, well, I need to get some some answers. For example, how long have you had the vehicle? Oh, well, we just bought the vehicle for one of our children, and we want to give it to them clean, which I get that call all the time. So it's like, okay, is your main focus interior or the exterior? More like the interior. Okay, well, I can do an interior detail that includes interior wipe down, vacuum, steam cleaning, shampoo, stuff like that. And we can include like a free exterior wash. You know, I usually try to do that for like my first time clients, or you know, it's just like a free little like hookup kind of thing, you know. And they said, okay, sounds good. So I told them already, the price is gonna be anywhere from like $200 to $250. Okay, sounds good. I asked them if they have, you know, the usual questions: urine, vomit, feces, pet hair. They said they have none of that. Sounds good. So I get there, I get to the job, and I told them I could give you guys a price before I start. Okay. I go take a look at it, and I told them, okay, yeah, it's gonna be $250. And they looked at me, and which happens all the time. $250, you can't do a better price. And so I explained to them, I said, look, I'm gonna be doing all of this. I'm giving you guys a free car wash already, and I'm not giving you guys a traveling fee. That's the lowest I'm going to go. They kind of looked at each other. Okay, no problem, sounds good. So, you know, sometimes you get this feeling where it's kind of like, oh man, you know, I hope they're gonna be happy with the work, because sometimes in that situation, when they're really trying to lowball you, I would say stick to your guns, because in my experience, if you kind of submit to them and you give them what they want, they're gonna want to try to squeeze in extra work, or they're not gonna be happy with it, and they're gonna be like, well, I didn't want to pay this price anyways, I'm not happy with it. But this time I stuck to my guns, charged them my price, and they ended up being very happy with it.
All right, man.
Yeah.
And they actually left you a review.
Yes, they left me a 5-star review, a well-detailed 5-star review. They said they're going to refer all of their friends and family. They were asking around, checking to see if they knew anybody that knew a detailer, and all of them were saying no. So they told me like, hey, you're going to be our detailer now.
It's very easy to get offended when somebody asks, you can't do any better, can I get a discount?
All the time, yeah.
How do you control those emotions? Is it from experience? Is it because you don't want a bad review? Where does that come from for you?
I would say mainly experience, because when I first started, I used to always have people tell me like, oh, that's expensive. I know somebody that can do it for this. And I'm guilty of it, man. I used to say like, okay, no problem, I'll do it for this, you know? Just because you want to get all the clientele because you just started out. But over time, you get to this point to where you could kind of pick and choose who you want to work with or who you want to do work for. And now it's like, I get people that call me all the time from Google, Instagram, whatever. And I tell them my price, and they say, oh, that's too expensive. And they kind of pause to check to see if I'm gonna say anything. And I just say like, okay, no problem, have a great day. And then we just leave it at that, you know? But then I get another client that contacts me, and really what it is you just gotta find people that respect your pricing, you know? Because if they respect your pricing, they respect you, they respect your business. And I don't know, majority of the time they don't complain because they know what they're getting. Hey, but let me know, how do you guys respond to a lowballer? Leave it down in the comments below.
All right, Jerry, you actually have another detailer friend who's learning the ropes.
Yep.
Didn't take your advice. So what happened, man?
Long story short, he mentioned that somebody contacted him to do a job. He gave them a price. They didn't want to. He lowered it $20 for them. They said no. How about $10 lower? Then he agreed to it, and he was calling me and asking me like, hey man, what do you think I should do? I kept on telling him, hey, don't do it. Because I've had experience with people like this already. So what's gonna happen, and I told him word for word, one, they're gonna try to get the price as low as possible. That's already a sign that they don't either respect you or they don't respect your business. Two, they're gonna agree to the price just so you could get there. They're gonna have you do the work, and then they're gonna start nitpicking, or they're gonna start trying to squeeze in extra work, which is what happened to him also. So he was supposed to do inside and out of a larger vehicle for $200. They said we're only gonna pay you $130. I don't think he just wanted to fuss with it already, so he kind of just took the L on that one. But it was a learning experience, and I got to give him props for this, because even though I had already told him not to do it, I did say, hey, if you need the money, you know, go ahead and do it. But just know, these are clients you don't want to work with. After the whole situation, he was very heated about it. But he said, hey, man, you know what? You're right. Everything that you said, it all happened. It was a learning experience. So even though he took the L on that, like I mentioned, it's one of those things that he had to learn and experience for himself. And I'm happy for him. Even though it didn't work out in his favor, it was one of those things where it's kind of like, okay, I don't want to experience that again, because it's an ugly feeling, you know. But I feel like either every detailer or just every person that's starting their own business, they're learning the ropes, and they gotta learn things for yourselves, you know. I've taken a lot of L's. But yeah, I mean, he learned. And before we continue, I just want to let you guys know that I am offering ride-alongs. You know, so if you guys want to learn firsthand what it feels like to, you know, go out and work on clients, you know, be a detailer, you know, a day in the life of a detailer, let me know. And right here we have one of our ride-alongs. His name is Luis. He's my trainee. Here's what he has to say. All right, Luis. So you did a ride-along with me for the last 2 days. You detailed. We did a ceramic coating. We did some interior maintenance, and we also did some extractions. What were your thoughts? How was your ride along with me?
Overall, it was good. Learned some new things, new techniques on the business. Ceramic coating, definitely got to try that out now for my business. The products that we used for extraction, you know, we saw brought great results. And, you know, we'll just start implementing this. You know, it was a great experience, learning about the business, learning how you started, and how I could put that to mine.
Now, let's say somebody did that to you, bro. Mm-hmm. They lowballed you, 170. When you were done with the job, they're like, oh, here's 130. How would old Jerry react, and how would Jerry now react?
Old Jerry for sure probably would have taken the L. I probably would have just been like, all right, I'm never going to do work with them again. I would have been mad. Me now, I would still be mad, and I probably would have pressed for my money even harder. Yeah, because it's one of those things like, dude, you agreed on it. I'm a business, got my licensing and everything. So I don't know, man. I think sometimes, you know, I don't like to include the cops on certain things, but there's just some people where like they try to test to see how much they can get away with, you know. So I'm not too sure. I mean, I guess you could call the cops, but for sure, I would never do business with them again. All right, guys. So that's how I deal with lowballers. Let me know how you guys do it in the comments below. And if you guys want to see more detailing content, don't forget to like, comment, and stay blessed.